Guys, thank you for the subs. I wasn't even on screen yet and you guys were going bonkers with it. Thank you again. Yeah. There he is. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You started a hype train. I wasn't even on the screen and you started a hype train. Awesome. Thanks for that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you everyone. Oh, thank you. Please. Oh, this old thing. Please. I do like to just dress up for the chapter streams. And I like to dress up for them because this is like Sunday church, you know what I mean? You have to dress in your Sunday best. Thank you everyone. Thank you. I don't even think that's a crazy thing to say. Right? Dress in your Sunday best for One Piece Sunday. That's what I believe. Technically Monday for me. Yeah. Finally caught up with the manga there for my first time. Wait, I can't read it. You guys are chatting. My first time here. Let's go. Wow. All right. Very excited for this chapter. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, you're all very excited. You are all very, very excited. If this is the church, I'm like your preacher of reading from the scripture, aren't I? And so Luffy said, you're all very excited. I already saw it. I saw the Mel's gonna love this one. I definitely saw that. I saw someone else say, has there been a chapter that Mel hasn't loved? There's been moments, but not a full chapter. No, I've never read a chapter and been like, oh, but of course I get more excited at some chapters than others. So when I hear this, Mel will love this one. That's when I know something's happening. Something big is about to happen. The Bible. Last chapter was a lot. I cannot believe we didn't get a break after that one. I thought for sure that Oda would want us to sit and simmer in what had just happened, but no. Nuh-uh. He wants us to go all in on it. But we have a break now. Understandable. And I am scared. I'm scared because last chapter was decimation and destruction and fear, much fear. I'm glad everyone felt that. I'm glad that we all had the correct response to that chapter, because sometimes Oda releases scary chapters and people aren't scared, and it makes me mad. And as you all know, the elders in Egghead, I do not know why more people weren't scared of that or scared of them. Did not like the full reactions to that. And I was like, well, I'm scared. I guess I'm the only one here that is scared. However, it seems that we have all come together to be scared from last chapter. Good. That's what I want to see. That is exactly what I want to see. I'm telling you guys, when Sanji goes down and Zoro goes down together at the same time, that's fucking scary. That's a fear factor. That is horrifying. A mix of fear and a wooga. Are you ready, kids? All right, let's begin. Let's see if anyone can get a hit on him. Anyone can get a hit on Imu, because Loki is squaring up with Imu now, yes? I said last chapter, I don't think Loki's gonna get a hit in. Still not sure. I'm still not sure. I will read this and see, but I'm scared, man. I'm scared. All right. Let's begin chapter 1181. There is a break this week. I can see it. Chapter in 14 days. 14 days. The cover is blank. It's only 15 pages. Carrot singing and walking over pant sharks lined up in the sea. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, she's leaving a little carrot kingdom. And the queen, oh, that's sweet. Oh, and the name of this chapter is God and Devil. King of Hell. All right. I'm putting my leg up. Let's begin. I'm getting ready. It's time to read the scriptures. Whew. Thank you. I appreciate that. My heart's beating. My heart's beating. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I'm fucking scared. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm still overwhelmed. So I'm like scared. Okay. Ooh. First page. That makes me the worst king in the history of Elbaf, so you must kill me to take the throne, Loki. He died at age 144, but giants live to 300 years naturally. Oh, he was actually quite young. He wasn't even halfway through his life. Wow, Harold wasn't even the equivalent of like 50. He was a young dad as well. I guess he would have been. He died at age 144. Giants lived to 300 years. Naturally, it wasn't his time to go yet. So I take it you're the one who manipulated and killed my father. The one who suffered the greatest setback was Mu. Holy God. My God. Imu was very, very attractive, but also a setback. He's calling the death of someone a setback. Oh my God. Just a rancid bitch. Like, Jesus. Oh, yeah. No, I'd have the same reaction, swinging my hammer. Tell me, once I'm dead, my reputation means nothing to me. All that matters is Elbaf's future. Isn't that right? What the hell did you do to my old man? Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh my God, I'm fucking scared. Ragnar Izuchi. Oh, is that what's... Yeah, I see I see the squeak hammer. Guys, I can't focus on that right now. I can't focus on Ragnar Skrill hammer right now. There are bigger things at hand. Oh my God. I do like Imri's little devil fellas though. I quite enjoy that. But did it touch him? Or was it just a big explosion? Sorry, I'm enjoying the art. God, look, he's got the most beautiful legs. Sorry, anyways. Oh. Oh, Bonnie's holding Sanji! Oh, is that? I was like, who the fuck is that? Oh, fuck. Oh, he's out! Oh, God, he's out! Oh, he's out for real! Fuck! I knew it! I knew it! He got nuclear bombed. Of course he's out. Someone said to me, wait to see what actually happened. Like, wait to see if Sanji's actually down. Mate! He took a fucking nuclear bomb to his face. I'm pretty sure he's down. Like, Jesus. Oh my God. Oh, sweet Bonnie. Sweet Bonnie saving him. Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I know why Oda has written the dynamic between Bonnie and Sanji, but I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting that when Bonnie was introduced in Egghead for Sanji and Bonnie to be such a close dynamic, like a big brother, little sister dynamic. It's so fucking cute. Oh God, but he's out. He's fucking out. Sorry. I just rambled about Sanji, as you guys know. Are you kidding? He blocked that. Fuck! Oh, fuck! We're fucking cooked! No, I'm telling you. What are those black flames? What powers do you have? Oh my God! Oh, he's expanding his arm like Luffy does. Omen. Omen is my military might. What is with the Don Cray callbacks? What's with the fucking Cray callbacks? I mean, I know This is the Sanji tax fucking, I'm telling you guys, I told you guys that Craig's speech was so important. It was so important. I literally said that in my East Blue video, how important that Craig speech was about military might. It's fucking coming back around. It's coming back around. I fucking told you. Omen is my military might. Oh my god. You can turn giant. Oh god. I don't want to keep reading that. Oh my god, he's fucking cooked. Oh, I don't want to keep reading. We're fucking cooked. We're so cooked. We're so cooked. Oh, the second he wasn't fucking squished by the hammer, I knew we were cooked. Oh god, yeah, like Luffy. The second I saw Imu's arm expand, I went, okay, so that's gear third. Yep, that's what Luffy can do. Okay, you can turn giant. Oh, a power that lurks within all things. What? Wait, sorry. Is Imu saying military might is a power that lurks within all things, or turning giant is a power that lurks within all things? Omen. It is Omen? Yeah, Omen. Okay, good. I was like, what the fuck do you mean we can all turn giant? Omen. Yes. All right. So Omen is clearly... We'll talk... I'll keep reading. We'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this later. A power that lurks within all things. I'm more and more convinced, by the way, that Imu has red skin like an Oni or the devil because of the dots that he's got on him, by the way. Anyway, Schwer. So what does... It's like a spear or a baton little thing that Imu has. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Oh, I just turned the fucking page! I don't want to fucking keep reading this shit! Fucking Christ! I just heard my cat going crazy out there. I think I scared the shit out of her. What is she doing? Oh my god! Blade of Judgment Nemesis. Oh, where the fuck? Oh, we're cooked. Oh my god, we're fucking cooked. No. The stance, I was gonna say that. What is that? I know Mihawk, that's what it is. Thank you. I was like, I've seen that. Who's done that? Mihawk has done that. Thank you. I was... Why? A man is dying in front of me. My beautiful pink princess is dying in front of me. I had no time to think about where that was from. Oh god. Blade of Judgment Nemesis. Oh god, it is the nature of man to crave strength. Oh, right. My Blade of Judgment. Oh my god. It's... These chapters... How the fuck am I meant to keep going? I don't want to turn the page. He took Loki down like he was a fucking fodder. Oh, like he was a bug. He was a wee little bug. Oh. I can't. Okay, I'll keep going. I'll keep going. Oh, this is fucking torturous. I'm like so overwhelmed. This is This is not. I know some people might be watching going, is she putting this shit on? Bitch, no. I'm feeling like this right now. I'm feeling feeling like this. Oh, it is the nature of man to crave strength. Oh my god. However, when power so lusted after is too easily gained, corruption, choosing... What's he fucking doing? What's he fucking doing? What is he fucking charging up? Choosing servitude out of self-interest, covenants, and the envy that seeks to achieve one's goals. The power of omen. These form the trinity. Oh. He's already dead. Oh! Wait, there's movement now! Hang on! Wait, I grieved too fast. Of what we call domination. Hang on. Shall I give thee the power of God to step beyond all others? I didn't ask! I don't care about your stupid fucking preaching. Oh my god. Huff huff wheeze wheeze. Was he touched? Was he even fucking touched? So your power is God's domination. God's domination. Is that why Dommy? Oh fuck. I think you mean a contract with the devil. God, devil, what is the difference? That's a fucking hard line. That line is hard as fuck. Oh god, what is the difference? That was tough, I agree. God, oh, it was really good. They are scary. Was he even fucking touched? It just keeps going. It just keeps going. I don't give a crap. No one lords it over me. Domination is the only true bliss in the world. Joy Boy mention. Oh. Joy Boy mention. Isn't that right? Yowie. Wait, who the fuck said Imru Joy Boy Yowie like last chapter? Someone fucking said that to me. Who the fuck said Joy Boy Imru Yowie to me? Someone said that to me. How did you have this foresight? Which one of you bastards said that to me? Someone here said that to me. Me! Wait, oh my god, guys! Doomed Yowie upscale? Let's fucking go. Oh god. The stocks are up! Oh god. MelonTeee upscale. Oh. Isn't that right? Oh my god. I'm still looking at the same page because I'm scared to, guys, I'll be honest, I'm scared to turn it. I've been scared to turn every page and I'm now scared to turn this one. It will be turning. How did I not predict this? Fuck. Anyway. Oh, isn't that right, Joy Boy? Oh, fuck, he's mad. Domination is the only true bliss in the world. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? Luffy's... My ears are burning. More. Gotta eat more. Never felt this before. Damn, it's so heavy and harsh. What's with that guy's hucky? Can't win without a full stomach. More. The classic One Piece conundrum that Oda constantly has of I have to put Luffy in the corner so he doesn't barge in and do something before everyone else can try to do something. Luffy is sweating. That's a little bit scary, I will say. Okay. Is this the last page? Fuck, it is. Whoa! He got a hit on him! Oh! Fuck! Oh my god! He got a hit on him! What's wrong? Got distracted? Then you don't respect me enough. Oh. Thorheim. So thou art back. He's smiling. He's smiling. Needhog. Sorry, I missed the Needhog. So thou art Needhog. So thou art back. He's smiling. Nah, we're cooked. We're fucking cooked. It's Jorba. Oh! I don't like the implication of this. That's a fucking awesome move, by the way. Don't like that implication. Don't like that he's smiling. It's Jova. Loki's a fucking tank, I'll say that much. Loki took some crazy hits, but of course, it is absolutely terrifying that Loki was like hyped up to us throughout Elbaf as like this big fucking guy, this big scary fucking guy. He's like the biggest, scariest giant in Elbaf, and by all means he is. And he just stabs him, just fucking stabs him like a bug. Oh my god. And stops his like huge hammer attack. God. Old English. Oh. He got a hit on him. However, what was it called when Kizaru got his shit kicked in an egghead? But people were saying that I'm like snotty from this chapter. But people were saying something, it was like a mental buff or something. What did that debuff?
Hi Mel Lyman AF1 Roadshow. I can't give sub signal is awful.
That's okay, Monopoly Money. I appreciate that. Mental nerf, that's what they called it.
Howdy do, boys.
The reason Loki got that hit in is because of the divorce nerf. The fucking doomed Yowie nerf. He was too focused on being mad at Joy Boy that Loki got a hit in. So here it is. We've now discovered one of Imu's singular weaknesses, and it seems to be Joy Boy. But here's the thing. And here's what I think might happen. I think Imu, like everyone else, thinks Luffy is Joy Boy. Or thinks there's a Joy Boyness in Luffy. However, I can't see Luffy winning this because that wouldn't make sense, right? In the same way Luffy did not win against the Elders. He didn't. That was Joy Boy's Haki. So here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Imu thinks Joy Boy is in Luffy. However, Imu's about to fight Luffy and is about to be sorely disappointed. I think that's what's going to happen. And I think Imu is about to say, you may look like him, but you do not have the same power as him, or something like that. I think Imu is about to really, really, like, splash Luffy with some cold water. Imu is on a timer. We know Imu is on a timer. We know he is. That's why I'm saying I don't think Luffy's winning this. And I don't think Luffy's winning this because Oda is a fantastic fucking writer and has made it that his biggest guy ever, like his biggest antagonist ever, can't unleash his full fucking power because he's on a timer of like what, 2 minutes, and then he's got to head back in. All this devastation that's happening is Imu at like half health, mind you, half health, mind you, and he's doing this all in like 2 minutes. Please do remember that this is like instant. Like He just arrived and caused devastation. So, for all we know, the time is like 3 days. I mean, I don't think the time is 3 days because Imru wants them back now. Thank you, by the way, Monopoly Money. That better be it. That better be it. But I'm pretty sure that timer is quite short. Imru wants to go. I think Imru's in and out. But yeah, I think Imru wants there to be a Joy Boy here. I think Imru wants there to be a type of Joy Boy existing within Luffy, but I think Imru is going to be like, no. You may look like him, you may act like him, but you're not good enough, basically, to be him. And I think that's gonna be fucking devastating. I think that's gonna be devastating. I did want to reread the whole... At least that's what I think is going to happen. Only because I will be shocked if Luffy wins this fight. Because then what? What ceiling does Luffy... Like, he's got to hit a ceiling, you know what I mean? At this point in time, he needs to hit one, and he was not effective against the Elders. He's not winning, right? He can't win. If he wasn't effective against the Elders, what the fuck can he possibly do against Imru? He had to run from the Elders. Something I always remind people. I mean, after what Imru is saying, because... God devil, what's the difference? That's so fucking hard. Sorry. I'm reading this again. Hang on. Let me read all of this without Imru saying his powers. Oh! Omen. So Omen, from what I can tell, is probably supposed to be the parallel or the opposite of willpower. Because Imru's saying Omen is my military might, and Imru's also saying a power that lurks within all things. Willpower is also something that works within all things. Thank you. And willpower is something that powers Luffy. I forgot the Japanese word for it, but it's again the Baratier. This is what Zeph says to Sanji. Zeph says Luffy's literal willpower. It was Luffy's willpower, but Zeph straight up says Luffy's Shinen. Thank you, Sky. Shinen. Shinen sounds like I'm saying death, like dead. His grit. Yeah, in the official translations, Zeph says his grit. It's not grit. It's actually more than that. It's literally his willpower. Like, it's a very specific kanji that Oda uses time and time and time again. Yeah, Luffy's spear of his own. His willpower is his spear of his own. So that's why we keep, in my opinion, we keep getting the fucking military might callback. Because that's Don Craig's speech, right? That's literally Don Craig's speech. Don Craig. And I was like, why the fuck are we talking about military might at this time? Because we know what Luffy runs on. So what the hell does Imru run on? Is it willpower? It's not willpower, it's Omen. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not 100% sure what Omen specifically means here. Like a bad omen? A good omen? But as Imru said, what's the difference between a god and a devil? So just omen. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it doesn't matter if it's a good or bad omen. It's just a power nonetheless. I don't think Imru sees himself as evil, no. I think he sees himself as this is nature. This is natural. I was gonna say, it's kind of like prophecy, yeah. But that's very interesting that we're getting a full rundown on how Imu works. In the original Japanese, he said power, chikara, but the supporting kanji was the one for omen, amaki. So it's not, yeah, so it's not just power, it is within that.
Do you think Joy Boy and IMU were both from the ancient kingdom?
See, I've got a different idea of that. I think Joy Boy definitely was. I think Imu's old as fucking balls. I think Omen is Omen, lol. I think Imu is from the first world, and I stand by that, and I will continue to stand by that. I think Imu is very old. I think Imu is like fucking prehistoric, like dinosaur fossil fuel type of old, you know? I think he's been around for a long while. Imu is powered by other people surrendering their will, not his own strength of will, but the subjugation of others specifically. I can agree with that 100%. Is that something you'd call omen? I need to look more into like what omen is. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, some bad vibes. Like, are some of you guys also thinking like omen? You know what I mean? Like, I need to read up on like the specifics of the meaning of omen. Like, there's definitely a lot more to this. I wish I could say more on it, but all I can say on right now is we've been given a counter to Luffy's willpower, and it's this. And that is incredible. Again, Oda's an incredible writer. He's a very good writer. Because I honestly thought that Imu was going to be like the other characters, that they all had a willpower of sorts. That willpower was either pushed for bad deeds or pushed for good deeds, but willpower is willpower nonetheless. So I wasn't expecting Imu to not, like, I was expecting Imu to have a crazy fucking devil fruit, but not the devil fruit, but I wasn't expecting Imu to run on a whole different kind of oil than Luffy, like a whole different kind of one. Which is just, that's very cool. Very reminiscent of the word huggy. Oh. Oh, I meant to read the thing. Hang on. I want to read his whole speech again. Greatest setback. Alright, and then Omen. Omen is my military might. A power that lurks within all things. I very, very, very much enjoy that Imu doesn't even seem to really be talking to Loki. Like, Imu answers one question, which is God or devil. But overall, Imu's just kind of speaking, just kind of projecting, right? Just kind of speaking to themselves. Talking to Joy Boy. Like, that's truly how little that he sees of Loki. He's not even really giving Loki his time of day, which is why Loki at the end says, like, you're underestimating me, or you're not respecting me. Yeah, he's not. He's not. He's fucking not. He's not respecting you, mate. I don't think he gives a fuck. But also, Imu monologuing while he's winding up like punches. This ain't just a monologue, it's a monologue with fucking fireworks. Like, it's a lot more than that. Oops. Woo! Yeah, Immer and the Ked when Loki turned into Needhog. But Omen is, sorry, let me read. Omen is my military might, a power that lurks within all things. It is the nature of man to crave strength. However, when power so lusted after is too easily gained, corruption, choosing servitude out of self-interest, covenants, and the envy that seeks to achieve one's goals, the power of omen. So when power so lusted after is too easily gained. Corruption. Dory and Broggy. How interesting. How interesting. So this is making me believe that Imu's powers work on the sins within people. This is making me believe that the devils that Dory and Broggy turned into were not just a reversing of self. It's literally giving them what they want that is their most sinful of what they want, which is power. A power that they both have lusted after. Too easily gained corruption. You don't earn that power, you just get it given. So you are corrupted. That's what it sounds like. So Chopper literally has the sin slap of 5,000. That's what I'm hearing. Chopper slaps. Chopper is like the fucking confession booth. What are those things called? His little fucking, his big palm. Chopper's got no sins in him. I'm genuinely kind of believing that's true. I'm actually believing this. I think Chopper might be sinless. However, I think that, wait, I was going to say, I don't think Chopper is sinless because Chopper has lusted, the little devil has lusted. However, maybe I was looking at that wrong. Maybe Chopper was not lusting. Maybe that was purely of pure heart love that he felt for Milky in Zoe. So I think Chopper just doesn't sin. But at the same time, what I'm thinking here is, and guys, you have to stay with me, because Chopper's his base form is an animal. Chopper literally said, naturally he's an animal, like his nature is an animal. Animals don't sin. They can't sin. They have no concept of right and wrong. They have no concept of sins. So could that possibly be the reason? Because at Chopper's heart, in his nature, he is an animal? The Blue Nose Law. Mythical type Jesus Christ. You haven't met a bunny. All animals melt, ha ha ha. You know what I mean. Like Chopper's, from my understanding, the only character that can speak to animals and understand animals. So I think this is Chopper upscale coming through. Perhaps. Chop scale. But yeah, power so lusted after is too easily gained corruption. Choosing servitude out of self-interest covenants. That is such an interesting one. That is a real interesting one because, and the reason that one is so interesting and the reason I love that one is because Loki says God, devil. Imu says, what is the difference? Choosing servitude out of self-interest covenant. Choosing servitude out of self-interest is also something that you do under God.
Maybe IMU couldn't Domi Reversi Luffy and Loki because they don't want to get more power just for the sake of it?
Maybe Imu couldn't Domi Reversi Luffy and Loki because they don't want to get more power just for the sake of it. I just thought he didn't... Hang on, now I'm trying to remember. Did we even see them attempted to get Domi Reversi'd, or am I misremembering that? I do like that idea, but I'm trying to remember if we saw that. We did. Sorry, it's fucking been a while. We did, that's right. I was so focused on Chopper slapping the devil out of people, I fucking forgot about that. That's true. That is quite possible then. You know what that fucking means? You know what that means, guys? You know what I'm gonna say. You know who the most susceptible person to Domi Reversi is right now at this fucking moment within the Straw Hats? Guess. You wanna know who it is? It's fucking Zoro. It's Zoro! No, it's not Sanji at all. That screams Zoro. It's not Sanji. Because the want for power like this, currently, that's Zoro. That's like what his dreams rely on. So I'm not saying he's gonna get Domi Reversi, but I am saying that if anyone were the biggest target for that, it's probably Zoro. Or Zoro, sorry. Sometimes I don't say it with the accent. I like that Omen seems to be submitting for benefit and it's not just greed, because Luffy's positive greed is one of my favorite traits about him. Yep. Exactly. He wants to be great purely for greatness' sake. I don't know, man. Look, I'm not saying Zoro's gonna get Dom reversed or anything, but I am saying he is truly the most susceptible to it. He truly is. Like, think about what he's been fucking going through lately. Oh god. He's... If anyone wants that power right now, it is him, for sure. Thank God they've got Chopper on the crew. Anyway, choosing is what I was going to say. The reason I like choosing servitude out of self-interest alongside Imu's what's the difference between the god and the devil is because that's also within churches as well. That's also under gods. You choose servitude out of self-interest. That is so interesting that that is seen as a sin. To not live for yourself, right? To basically become a sheep. To be a follower, I suppose, is seen as a sin to Imu. A weakness, even. That's why I think that confused me when Imu said that. Choosing servitude out of self-interest covenants. I was like, why? Like, where's this? What's the negative there? But that's a weakness to Imu. Sorry, I'm reading all your comments. Oh, also, hang on. Choosing servitude out of self-weakness. So out of self-interest. I've realized, sorry, that also reads as you are choosing servitude for your self-interest. Yes, I'm just following orders. Yes, okay. No, the grammar is a bit weird there. Choosing servitude out of self-interest covenants. Sorry, I really like that one. Yeah, for selfish reasons. That is, no, that's the Marines. Choosing servitude out of self-interest covenants. Garp! I knew that was a sin. Because I was gonna say, if it was, oh no, never mind. Kuma doesn't fall under that. I was like, wouldn't Kuma fall under that? No, he doesn't. All roads lead to God. Well, if we're booking the 3 things that he's listed. Sorry, and the last one is, and the envy that seeks to achieve one's goals. I wonder how he feels about the Holy Knights, Celestial Dragons. Oh, I just don't think he cares. Like, by that, I mean, I think he's just looking for cogs in a machine. I don't think he has a personal connection with anyone but Joy Boy at this point, honestly. I think he feels the Holy Knights and the Celestial Dragons are... Did I say Celestial Devils? And the Celestial Dragons are just easy to use and easy to have. But, are we letting the devil decide what a sin is? Yes. 100% we are. But also, what's the difference? What's the difference between the god and the devil, says Imu. Again, a hard as fuck line. But also, the devil makes sin. Of course the devil knows what a sin is. Anyway, sorry. Choosing servitude out of self-interest covenants and the envy that seeks to achieve one's goals. The power of omen. So it's power that's lusted after, servitude from self-interest, and envy to seek a goal. Luffy lusting after power doesn't have that. Luffy choosing servitude out of his own self-interest doesn't have that. The envy to seek his goal, he doesn't have that. Luffy, to me, is not envious. He doesn't have an envy to be Pirate King. He just knows he's gonna be Pirate King. I don't see an envious nature in Luffy in any way. He's free. I do think he's free from Imu's domination. I think everything Imu is listed, Luffy does not have. Well, Luffy's got gluttony for food, but that was not listed here. We're looking at what Imu is deciding in what his powers can work on. At least from what I think, this is what it is. I think this is a bit of a playbook. Also, envy that seeks to achieve one's goals. Buggy. That's the best example I can think of that. Buggy definitely has that one. Servitude out of self-interest. Harold's definitely the one I can think of the most there. And Loki is on the panel for the envy that seeks to achieve one's goals. Do you think that means something? Because he's showing, unless it's him, the power of omen, unless that's Imu himself, that might be Imu. The envy that seeks to achieve one's goals, the power of omen, that might be Imu with Joy Boy, actually. No, I'm looking at the panels for like who were being shown. That's Imu, right? I think that might be Imu. I think that does mean something. Because we're seeing someone each time. Corruption, Dorian Broggy, Covenants, Harold, the power of omen, and it's Imu. We get that little flash. I think that might be him. I think he was envious of Joy Boy. And that makes sense because Joy Boy was clearly a free spirit. Anyway, sorry, I'll keep going with his speech. These form the trinity of what we call domination. Shall I give thee the power of God to step beyond all others? Oh, Imu's trying to make a... Yep, deal with the devil. Yeah. Right. Okay. Alright. Yep, I'm seeing it all. I'm seeing it all. So Imu literally is the come hither, I can give you all you wish for. I can give you all your wish for. It is at a price. So he's somewhat attempting to bargain with Loki here or trick him into a deal for domination. And Loki's saying, shut the fuck up. Temptation itself. Yep. How did he get rocks? Power so lusted after it's too easily gained. Corruption probably with power. Rocks wanted that power. Dorian and Broggy were not bad people. They were not evil people, but they clearly desired more power. Not in an evil way, they just desired it. But I have a feeling every person that we see Imu corrupt or Imru flip, we can link it back to that page and what he determines is omen, I suppose. Power of omen. Oh, fuck. But you know what I just realized? If Emma is trying to bargain with Loki here in regards to, shall I give thee the power of God to step beyond all others? Was Emma going all out on Loki? Fuck, was Emma going all out on Loki, or is Emma being a bit soft? Because Emma wanted to try and bargain with him. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I think, guys, he was soft. He's bargaining with him right now. Why would he like instantly take out a guy he's clearly bargaining with? He's telling him, shall I give thee the power of God to step beyond all others? He's literally trying to make him make a deal with the devil. This is not power scaling. This is just realization of what he's saying here. I think he wants to corrupt him. Because I'm not talking about flipping him. I'm talking about giving him the mark, the same one that he gave Harold. I think that's what he's trying to do. But we know that mark, you're fucked. We know that mark is a monkey's paw because now Imu is in you. And he's smiling at the end. Imu went, ha, missed your vitals. Because let's be fucking real, he could have stabbed that sword straight through Loki's heart. Straight through his fucking heart. He went, oop. You're welcome. Yeah! Oh, God. I look stunning today. Thank you. I'm stressed today. Oh, God. Imu would get me. Imu would get me. What was that fucking Ned Flanders thing? They warned me that Satan would be beautiful or something. I'm afraid Imru would get me. Imru would indeed get me with lust. That would happen. And you know what? It would be my bad. It would totally be my bad. Oh, God. Also, Loki's saying your power is God's domination. I think you mean a contract with the devil. Sorry, my mind is racing. God's domination, a contract with the devil. Yeah, so it's, I don't know how true that is specifically with your power is God's domination, a contract with the devil. But of course, what Loki is saying, so Imu's power is to bestow great power onto people at a price. And that's why Imu was saying, what's the difference? I'm still an all-powerful being. I am still granting people a power. It's just at a price. Oh, God. I'm reading over Imu's whole monologue. Hang on, I'll get to Joyboy in a second. I don't give a crap. No one lords it over me. Yeah, so that's why it didn't work on Loki. Domination is the only true bliss in the world. God, no wonder he's got the fucking setup that he does. Yeah. So Emma is, as we can see, of the belief that domination, being dominant, being number one, is bliss. Being in charge is bliss. Being stronger than everyone and everything is bliss. And that's why, oh God, and that's why the world is the way it is. Imru's a dom. Basically, what Oda has done has just introduced the biggest top in One Piece aside from Luffy. That's what Oda has just done right now. Domi Reversi. God. When Loki says, I don't give a crap, no one lords it over me, is the it like power or domination? Like, no one lords domination over me. Yeah, that's. Yeah, raw power, the control. No wonder Imu fucking hates people like Luffy. Because Luffy doesn't submit. Luffy does not submit. He does not back down. He does not, like, he will not be forcibly given over to something. Yeah, yeah, okay. So there's no wonder that he seems to be quite scared of Luffy, or quite wary of him. Thank you. And Luffy won't force it on others. We're just getting a play-by-play of how Imu thinks. That's why I'm reading over everything. Like, this is the most currently that we are learning about Imu. And it's Imu has a clear set idea. This is how the world works. And this is how you win, basically. This is how you exist. Domination is the only true bliss in the world. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? I need a cover art of Shamrock washing Imu's back in a hot spring during a full moon. Please, Oda, everyone would think you're so cool. Put your dick away. You put that shit away. I see what you're doing.
One of my favorites chapters in a while. Have fun theorizing, Mel. My battery will die soon, CYA guys.
Thank you, Monopoly Money. I appreciate it. You're very generous. But that's so interesting. Domination is the only true bliss in the world. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? Now, I don't read that as Joy Boy believing that because, you know, why would you? I believe that as he had a fight. He had a fight with his ex. Joy Boy didn't agree with him. And that makes it a whole lot more interesting. So Imu clearly had some type of relationship with Joy Boy. And that relationship went sour because they differed in their beliefs. And their beliefs must have been Joy Boy believed in the true freedom of people and the true freedom of the world. And Imu didn't. Imu believed in control of the world. However, here's what I think might be happening. It's now, of course, a lot more likely that Imu was just not a bad egg from the beginning, but it's now a lot more likely that Imu had good intentions, and those good intentions led to bad places. For example, if you can control the people, you can protect the people. Stuff like that. And that makes stuff like the world government make a whole lot more sense. It's not just malicious, it's we can, you know, give people protection, but it has to be under a certain control. A certain service, I suppose, they have to be subjugated, essentially, to be able to be protected. So my thought here is Imu clearly needs people to rule. Imu clearly wants to rule people. Hence why Imu just hasn't fucking nuclear blasted everyone in this world. But Imu went sour at least from what I can tell. I'm sure Imu was one of those sticklers that are like, no, 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 we need like limits. We need like lines. You know what I mean? Like we need at some point to tell people what they can and can't do. Otherwise, things go sour. And of course, that's a somewhat decent mindset to have, because otherwise things can be chaotic. But then it gets to the point where Imu has clearly become a tyrant. And it's clearly, no, no, if you don't do this, you will be killed. You know, if you do this, you will be killed. We need rules. What I'm saying is, duh, Imu has the Marines under him. He clearly fucking believes in the police. You know what I mean? A lawful evil core. Yeah, Imu is definitely a lawful evil. We need to make a big red line. I think Imu is the people don't know what they want kind of person, right? The people don't want freedom. They wouldn't know what to do with their freedom. They'd be horrible if they had freedom. Like, I do believe that's what Imu thinks, which is why I'm thinking, I don't think Imu thinks he's evil. I think he is just, I suppose, in his ruling. I think he believes what he does is necessary. And of course, Joy Boy did not believe in that, or from what I can tell, I'm saying of course like I know what's going to happen. From what I think, Joy Boy didn't believe in that. Big fight happened. Huge fucking fight happened. And now that we can see Joy Boy and Imu had a connection, the question of course is, where does Lily fall into this? Right? And I'm continuing to believe that the reason Imu is scared of or specifically interested in Vivi and thinks about Lily is because I think Lily was similar to Joy Boy. I think Lily had a similar belief to Imu, but didn't agree with what Imu was doing. I still believe that. And Lily clearly sided with Joy Boy. Like, we can see in the mural, that's what happened. Lily sided with Joy Boy. So it seems Imu, Joy Boy, and Lily had a dynamic, and both Joy Boy and Lily said, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. He's going down an evil path, a bad path that we have to stop. Because Lily clearly believed in whatever Imu was doing for a while. That's what always got me. Lily so much believed in what Imu was doing that she helped create the world government. So she must have believed there was some good from that. She must have believed something good can come from this. But then she took her sword away. She took her deal away. And she took that shit away because something happened. And of course, probably what happened is Lily said, this is what we're doing now is wrong. We're not helping people anymore. We are controlling people now. And there's a big difference to protecting and helping people compared to controlling people. There's a huge difference there. I think Imu essentially is just an incredibly strict parent, strict to the point that they are abusive, basically. I think Imu does not believe in any kind of real freedom, any kind of even self-expression, for God's sake. I don't think Imu believes in any of that, because I think Imu wants control, absolute power, domination, corruption, and, you know, the opposite of corruption. Imu wants everyone in a fine line. Oh, no. I'm saying Imu is evil, but I'm saying he clearly didn't start out like that, is what I'm trying to say. Oh my god, fuck. Oh, I'm not saying, oh, poor little baby Imu. No, I'm saying, no, he clearly just went off his fucking rocker and just turned into the devil. Right? Now, I'm not fucking sympathizing with the guy. I'm saying that he lost his friends for a reason. He became a creep. He became an absolute fucking creep. Something went wrong, and he dipped a bit too far in. And what I think he dipped in was power. I think he found power in the government, and he took it. And similar to what he's saying with the corruption, with the covenants, the power of Omen, the corruption of power, the covenants of the world government, the power of Omen, which I suppose is the devil fruit that he has, that's what has happened to him. I think he's given in to his own sins, his own powers, And he has been corrupted himself, and he's just become the fucking devil. I think he has just... Basically, he's turned into someone his friends don't recognize, which was probably Joy Boy and Lily. And they said, nah, I think this is basically going to be tragic, very tragic. Not tragic in a sense that we should be sympathizing with Imu, tragic in a sense that this must have been a gang of friends that all broke apart because one of them became a monster, basically. And hey, that's kind of berserk. Now that I fucking think about it, the three friends and one of them splits off and becomes a fucking devil. Hey, there's another manga out that's exactly like that. How interesting. How interesting. And of course, I'm talking about Griffith. And do you guys think I fucking sympathize with Griffith? No, I do not sympathize with him. While at the beginning, I understood the power that he desired, I did not sympathize with him. And what I mean by that is whenever people talk to me about Griffith, they talk to me about him like he was very two-dimensional, like, oh, he's just an evil piece of shit. He is evil. But of course, there was a build-up that led to that evil nature, a lot of build-up that led to that evil nature. And his breaking point was the torture, the total loss of power. I don't think Imu's story is exactly going to be that, but I think it's going to be similar to that. I think there is going to be a choosing of evil from Imu's side. The difference is, though, when I'm talking about Griffith here, Griffith knew he was fucking unleashing hell. Like, he knew that. He knew he was unleashing a fucking hellspawn. I think Imu does not believe that what he's doing particularly is like evil. I just think he believes this is how the world works. This is nature. We desire power. Like, I'm not the bad guy. I'm just doing what the world programs me to do, you know? I'm just doing what I've got the inherent nature to do. I truly believe from what I'm reading here that that's what Imu believes. Gotta break a few eggs. He doesn't see the irony. But also, fuck Griffith. Yes. Fuck Griffith. Fuck Griffith. However, he is like one of my favorite characters in Berserk. Not because, again, I do not fucking condone his actions, but because he's just so interesting to read. He's a good antagonist. A very good antagonist. So I love reading his scenes because he's just a fucking like asshole. Like, it's so fun to read things that are bad. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? It's so fun to read about people that are bad. It's so fun to read about people doing shitty things. And it is especially fun reading about people spiraling into that evilness, I suppose. It is so fun to read people becoming a monster. Like Doffy. But I struggle to say like Doffy because Doffy was just always kind of a little shit. Doffy was an absolute piece of shit. We love a messy, complicated villain. I mean, of course, I've talked about the Devil Man. Griffith was clearly inspired from Devil Man, Lucifer himself. And of course, that's what was. That's what Lucifer was. In Devilman, he truly believed what he was doing. This is just the nature of all things. This is just stuff that needs to happen. I'm not the evil one here. I'm trying to you know, give something else a life here, which was his little devils, his little demons, right? And he didn't understand the wrongs that he was doing. And he didn't even understand death, really. But that's why I'm like, I think I'm seeing a bit of both in Imu right now. However, what I am seeing here is I'm seeing a character, because I'm trying to think of how this correlates to Luffy. And of course it does. I'm seeing a character that is saying, this is just the nature of things. This is the way things are. This is the way things work. And of course, I'm seeing Luffy, and I'm seeing Luffy saying, I don't agree. I'm seeing Luffy saying, not my world. And it reminds me, I'm sorry, BoJack Horseman. It reminds me of a scene in BoJack Horseman where one of the characters is talking to his stepdad, and his stepdad says to him, I was making you tough because the world is cruel. And he says back to him, not my world. And that reminds me of Luffy. I think you can tell Luffy the world is cruel, and he will agree with that. But of course, to him, he sees he's a glass half full guy. The world is not something inherently cruel. It is not something especially natural to Luffy to be cruel, right? So I see in Imu, it's natural to be cruel. It's natural to dominate. And of course, Luffy would say, not for me. I don't have a natural desire to dominate. I do not have the natural desire for cruelness. That's not Luffy. That's not what he does. Luffy is not ignorant to the world. Exactly. It's not ignorance from Luffy. He just sees a world that doesn't have to be cruel, basically. Because of course, if you say the world is cruel, especially someone like Imu, it's natural for domination. Of course it's going to be. He fucking rules the thing. Of course he's forcing it to be cruel. It doesn't have to be, right? Again, this is a breaking of the systems. We look around us and of course it's like, oh, this is just the way the things are. Why? Why does it have to be the way things are? Why can't we change this? Like, we fucking set this up. We've set this system up. Why can't we change it? So I'm seeing Imu, a man who has created this system, saying this is how this works. And I'm seeing Luffy blasting in saying, not for me, because I don't agree with that. At least that's what I think is what's going to be happening here. The world is cruel, but I'm not. We unmake it. But I'm pretty sure that's what Luffy's going to be. As in, that's what Luffy is. He already is that. And that's why he's the antithesis to Imu. Because Luffy does not really agree with, I suppose, this is the natural state of things. I don't think Luffy agrees with that shit. He says the villains are wrong. Yeah. I think the closest he's ever gotten to calling someone evil was Doflamingo. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I have never seen Luffy hate someone more than Doflamingo. He fucking despised him. Just despised him. I have never seen Luffy frown more than against Doflamingo. And of course, the point of that was he was kind of paralleling Doffy's smile through that whole fight. Through the entire fight, Doffy had that big fucking cheesy grin on his face. And he had that big cheesy grin on his face because he was up himself. He was obnoxious. He believed he was a god. Truly, Doffy did believe that. And Luffy was just disgusted by him, right? Just so disgusted by him. Just despised him. I have truly never seen Luffy hate someone for that amount of time more than Doffy. Would he hate Akainu more? I'm sure he would, but he hasn't interacted with Akainu much for me to have that opinion. Like, he would hate Akainu, of course he would. He'd fucking despise him. But in terms of, like, the fighting, in terms of, like, when he was facing them, he fucking hated. He just hated Doffy. Like, he really hated him. He was so close to calling him an evil, dastardly cunt. Like, he was so close. He was really close to just yelling at him. Yeah, claiming someone is suffocating you. What he said to Doflamingo, and he's like, you know, you fucking trap everyone in your hands. You're suffocating me. Oh my god. I can see the same thing happening with Imu. You are suffocating me, but not me. You are suffocating the world. You are suffocating humanity. Fuck, that would go hard. I'm sure that's something that will be happening. And as I say all this, I am still now confused. I have no fucking idea where Blackbeard fits into any of this. I've told you guys the reason I struggle to talk about Blackbeard is because I genuinely do not know what his role is. I have no fucking idea. All I know about Blackbeard is he's the wild card, right? I don't know what his place is in the story. I'm still really struggling to place him. Because I don't believe he's the final antagonist. I never believed that. I still don't believe that. That's the best part about him, of course, yes, but that's why I struggle to talk about him because of that. Because I'm like, I don't really know what to say about him. The only thing I really know to say about him is I don't know what he is. Like, I just don't know. But I just do not believe that Blackbeard is the final antagonist. I truly never believe that. Do you think Blackbeard's going to bargain with Imu? I can see it happening. Because Blackbeard is not against signing up for powers to gain that power. I don't think Blackbeard's teaming up with Luffy. And do you know why I know that? Blackbeard has owned slaves. There has not been a single time where Oda has liberated someone, I'll say, or turned someone around who was a slave owner. He's never done that. We talked about this last time. The closest he fucking got to was Duval, right? Who was a slaver, technically, so bringing people in. But he didn't own them. Same with Hachi. Hachi did not own slaves. There is not a single person that has actively owned slaves. Not Crocodile. No, Crocodile did not own slaves. That's what I mean. There's not a single person that has owned slaves that has had any kind of turnaround. That just hasn't happened. Which is why I'm like, I don't think Blackbeard's getting a redemption per se. I don't think Blackbeard is going to be like... No, Crocodile was cruel. But also, do remember, Crocodile didn't get like exactly a redemption. Luffy still doesn't like him. Like, Luffy would not say he's friends with crocodiles, with Crocodile, and he would not say he liked Crocodile, right? Crocodile helped him, but he still does not like him. That's pretty clear. Oh yeah. I didn't mention Sanji. Oh my god. Sanji being brought to Lilith, I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. But here's my thought process here. Sanji's got a scientific body, as in he's got a body of modification of science. Is Lilith going to fucking do something to him? Probably not. I don't think so. But Sanji being brought to the scientist that his own blood father worked with, she should force femme him. You are so correct. Fuck. And this is how Candy-chan can be canon. More canon than it already is. You are so right. And this is how we crack Sanji's egg. How did I not think of that? Based. We're seeing Sanji getting carried off. How did Bonnie... Oh, he must have been like blasted there. As in, he must have been blasted near where Bonnie was and Bonnie went to Lilith. I'll be honest, I was expecting to also see Zoro, but I think it's safe to say they're both out. I think they're both out. No, he wasn't flying because you can see Bonnie is holding on to him. So Bonnie was definitely helping him. Because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, did Sanji's body get like flown over to them? No. Bonnie is holding him. I thought we did see Zoro. No, we didn't. Where? You are just lying to me. In this chapter? No. In our hearts. They're wheeling him out. Shut the fuck up. You're talking about Zoro or Sanji. They are both being wheeled out. They are both washed. God. God. I can always see Zoro. I can sure fucking always smell him. Well, Zoro's with Chopper, we know that much. So they're both with doctors, or somewhat doctors at least. The leakers have been getting hunted by Shueisha. They're finally doing something. I remember saying, I think the closer we get to the One Piece, surely, like the reveal of the One Piece, surely they're going to crack down on them. Because the One Piece getting like revealed in a leak would No one wants that. Fucking no one wants that. So I was thinking, are they gonna start cracking down the closer we get to the end? I feel like they should. Because we've seen we've seen a lot of shonen mangas recently getting pretty ruined ending wise because of leakers and misinformation flying everywhere. It's just not good. It's just not good. Happens every few months. Gah. Emery victimized himself as to how it was he suffered the bigger loss. Oh no, I said that. I said wow. Oh yeah, sorry. It's fucking insane that Loki says to him, "You're the one who manipulated, killed my father," and Imru says, "The one who suffered the greatest setback was me. Was Mu." They are bugs to him. They are just bugs to him. Pieces on a fucking chessboard. No empathy, no humanity in Imu. Obviously, the person that Luffy will be facing is the one that has no humanity in him. Because Luffy, like, embodies the will of humanity, right? Embodies emotion, embodies care, basically, for people. Of course, Imu's going to be the opposite of that. Imu is just a evil witch. I think Blackbeard will represent everything in people that made Imu into the crazy tyrant he is now. And maybe that's where Davy Jones fits in the background, but I'm a Blackbeard final boss believer. I do believe Blackbeard being of the Davy clan will be important. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more context, like a lot more context to that. But I just don't think that's enough to make him the final antagonist. I really don't think it is. Like, the more we learn about Imru, the more I'm like, I don't know why Blackbeard would be the final antagonist. I don't know. I just can't see it. I can see us learning about the Davy clan through Blackbeard, but I can't see Blackbeard just being the end-all be-all here, especially with what Imru's doing now. I just can't see it. Super late. I had to hunt down the sources. Did you know that on the walls of the room of authority where the others hang out, it says charity, philanthropy, benevolence. Charity? The fucking riddles, man. Like, these are just puzzles. Boss room text. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Yeah, Imu's definitely, yeah, okay. Imu's just... All I'll say is this. From what I can tell Oda is doing, Luffy embodies the greater sides of humanity. Luffy embodies joy, liberation, sunshine, freedom, and hope. Particularly hope and willpower, dreams. Imu is the opposite. Imu embodies all the bad sides of humanity, which are the sins of humanity, which is greed, corruption, the want for power, covenants, as Imu says it, a selfishness for evil, not a Luffy type of selfishness, but like an actual pretty bad selfishness. The want of domination. Yep. Imu is genuinely just the fucking existence of oppression. Imu is just walking oppression, and Luffy is walking liberation. But within them, of course, that's why they are clearly mirroring each other, and they're going to mirror each other. They do mirror each other. Because Imu is representing the gross sides of humanity, and Luffy's representing the hopeful sides of humanity. At least that's what I'm seeing. Progress is unnecessary. That's such a fucking good line, by the way, from Imu's the one that said that, wasn't he? Or was that one? Either way, it was either Saturn or it was either Imu, but that was such a good line. Well, here's the thing. I'm putting a lot of what I'm saying about Imu into the religion that I know, which is like Christianity, you know, Catholicism, the Bible, Jesus. Like, I'm honestly quite stunted when it comes to understanding of other religions. But of course, I do not believe Oda is basing all of this in a single religion. Clearly, there's a lot to do with sins, the devil, demons within Imu. And it is not just, clearly, it's not just like Christianity and the Western devil. Although he is in the American devil, although he is in there. But it's a combination of things. So, my problem here of how I speak of Imu is I am not educated enough on these beliefs to have, I feel like, the big brained opinion I could be having. I feel like if I knew more on the different types of religions out there and their different demons and devils and stories, I would have a lot more to say. So removing the Blackbeard thing. Become the innocent child that became a world-ending demon from the word Imu created. Well, I mean, I do believe Blackbeard is supposed to be a product of what Imu has created. As Imu's saying, I believe in domination. So does Blackbeard. Blackbeard clearly believes in domination. Imu is creating this cycle. Sorry, when we'll get Pokemon lives back. Sorry, let me just explain. The reason there's been no Pokemon lives or any lives is because I've been painting my apartment. I've been painting my kitchen pink. I've got a bookshelf that I'm painting pink, and I've been painting parts of my bathroom pink. And it's taken me days. Like, every day I wake up at like 9 a.m. I finish painting at about 9 p.m. and I go straight to fucking bed. That's the only reason you haven't had any streams from me. It's been pank. It's a lot of pank. Like, I was meant to paint my bathroom another layer today, but I was like, fuck, I have to shower for the stream, and I can't shower if I paint the bathroom because I have to wait 24 hours for the layer to dry. Those fumes must be giving you prophetic visions. I've been seeing Sanji in my house. Yes. I have indeed been sitting on my couch in the dark, and I think I see Sanji in the corner of my eye. It's just the paint fumes. The Sanji house. Well, to be fair, it's because I've had a bookshelf. I bought like this huge IKEA bookshelf because it's gonna store my yaoi. Yes, you heard that right. I've got a lot of yaoi to store, and I'm so excited to have the yaoi bookshelf. You guys will see a photo of it when it's done. Don't worry. But my friends were like, because I asked them for help because I don't know how to paint furniture, so they were like, "Do you want to do it this week?" And I was gonna say no, and then I went, fuck, I might as well just do it now. I did not know it would be this kind of task. I had no fucking idea. I think I've finished my kitchen. I don't know yet. I've got my friends coming over tomorrow to give me another pair of eyes to tell me if I need to do another layer or not. But Jesus, covered in paint, man. I've been covered in paint for the past like 4 days, 4 to 5 days. Anyway, that's why you haven't seen me around, but I do want to get back to streaming Pokemon. I miss it. I'm just way too tired after painting all day. It is a task. It is a task. My God. Piper without Pio. So I'm still looking at some of these panels.
Mel, here's a crazy take. What if IMU saw himself as a pseudo sun god? Hear me out, he was basing himself as Huitzilopochtli, the Aztec god of sun, war and domination. In the second world, the mural said, the sun spread the seeds of war.
The sun spread the seeds of war, which perfectly demonstrates IMU's ability to cause chaos and war. Philosophy of domination being sought, so Imu thought he was saving the world. I took it, the sun spread the seeds of war as the want to see the sun spread seeds of war because that was revolt. That's how I saw that. Not Imu being the sun itself or trying to be the sun himself and spreading that war or creating a war. Although Imu did create that war by being the tyrant that he is. There are a lot of sun gods. Do you think we're going to get an Apollo mention? Because here's the thing, and this is something interesting to me. The celestial dragons and a lot of the hoity-toityness, the extravagance of the celestial dragons, even the claw is based off the Versailles, the view from the Versailles Gardens. Someone pointed it out and it fucked me up. And of course the Versailles, I'm sure a lot of you know, is the huge royal palace that they have in France. Now, the palace in France is decorated from fucking head to toe with the sun god Apollo, because one of the kings was obsessed with Apollo, just obsessed with him. The Greek sun god Apollo. It's ugly. It's just way too extravagant in a bad way. Way too extravagant. Like, I remember looking through the Versailles. I went there. I went to Paris and I was like, this is like, it's just too, like, you can just see why people wanted to kill them. Like, you can see why the peasants wanted these royals dead. Opulence. Just ridiculous. Also, I don't think gods exist in One Piece verse either. I think it's been quite clear that it's not that gods exist, it's that gods are created, as in someone's story becomes their legend, and then their legend becomes their myth, and then that myth turns them into a god. It's belief, right? I think One Piece has been quite clear that your faith being put in something, whether that be a god or not, is quite powerful, and that thing can turn into a god, right? So when it comes to Luffy, for example, I've had the belief for a very long time that Oda has had an idea of what he wants to do with Luffy. Some people don't believe it. Some people think he's made it up as he's gone along. But ever since he's had that moment in Loguetown where Luffy was about to be executed, and then Luffy was struck by lightning and saved, which seemed to be a coinky dinky, but that to me was probably Dragon. I'm pretty sure that was Dragon saving his son, and I'm waiting for the day that it is revealed that Dragon can shoot fucking lightning bolts out of his hand. Like Zeus himself, right? I'm waiting for that day, and I'm waiting for that day so we can go, oh, it was Dragon that saved him. Anyway, so that happened, and then Luffy fell to the ground, and one of my favorite fucking panels ever of Zoro and Sanji talking to each other, and Sanji turns to Zoro and says, do you believe in a higher power? And Zoro says, I'm not talking about this. It's like my favorite panel ever, because Sanji clearly has been moved by this, and he's like, did I just see a fucking sign of God? Did you see that? Do you believe in that shit? And Zoro's like, I'm not talking. Like, I'm fucking not talking about this with you. But as they talk about that, Luffy's between them, right? As they talk about that, like, do you believe in a higher power? They've got the fucking sun god right there between them. Do you believe in a higher power? I truly believe that Oda had this idea of what he wanted to do with faith and gods from the beginning. And another reason I believe that is because of Skypiea. Skypia's whole thing was literally, who are they praying to? What are gods? What are beliefs? That was Skypia's theme. The entire theme in Skypiea is, where do you put your faith? Who do you pray to? Who are you praying to if you have a god that you do not believe in? Enel was a self-claimed god, right? Yet when they're praying at the end of Skypiea, the question is, who are they praying to? It's not Enel, it's fucking Luffy. They're praying to Luffy, for Luffy to survive this. Oda has had this idea of faith, of hope, of belief since the fucking beginning of One Piece, and I stand by this. And something that I also stand by is, and I don't know everything in regards to this specific thing, is when they enter the Grand Line, you see on the Grand Line, you see those God Gates when they enter it. And I don't know everything regarding those God Gates, but I know that's like a spiritual thing, right? So when Luffy and his crew, but of course Luffy specifically, enter the Grand Line up the Red Line, they go through the Kami Gates. And of course, the Toddy, right? Why the fuck is that on the Red Line, right? Like, why has he specifically made it a point to the Kami, not the Kami, not Kami, Kami. But why has Oda specifically made it a point to put those gates at the beginning of the Red Line, right? They clearly symbolize something. They are symbolizing the beginning of our journey here, of Luffy's journey. The beginning of probably a boy to a god here. And I say a boy to a god because I don't think Luffy is a god, but I do think over time Luffy will be gaining god status because he's creating a story now. His story will become myth. His myth will become legend, or his legend will become myth, whatever it was. And so he'll become a god. Because everyone who experienced what he went through, or who existed around the time he existed, they'll all die. All will have left us stories. Those stories will turn into something else. They'll become spiritual in a sense, right? I do believe One Piece has always been that. I truly believe Oda has had the idea of what he wants to turn Luffy into since the beginning of the series. And a lot of people think he's just making that shit up. But my argument is he's had this idea of faith, of belief, of hope, of prayer embedded in One Piece from the near beginning of the series. It's been there for quite a long time. And now he's finally able to show his cards on it. He's finally able to release the fucking beast and what he's wanted to do with it. But Skypiea was like the biggest one. The biggest one. Skypiea's themes right now are genuinely the most relevant to what is happening right now. Like the whole conversation between Calgada and Noland about the snake that Calgada sees as a god, still saw as a god, is so fucking relevant to what's happening now. Not because of the snake itself, but because of the conversation that they had around the snake. And the conversation was Calgada, if you guys have forgotten, the conversation was Calgada saying to Noland, that snake is like, we see that as a god. So he kills the snake right in front of Noland. And Calgada says to Noland, what did I kill? A god or a snake? And Noland says, a snake. Calgada says, wrong. What I just killed was a god. I am putting my faith in you to help my people. As in Calgada's saying, I'm putting more faith in you than my faith in my god to help my people. How fucking relevant is that right now with a man who is a self-proclaimed fucking god and a little god-to-be running around, which is Luffy, trying to stop him. People are putting their hopes and prayers into Luffy to be able to make a change, to be able to create a miracle, right? Like, that's literally what's happening right now. I fucking love the conversation between Calgada and Noland so much. Because, of course, Noland does not have that kind of faith, and Calgada does. So it's Calgada saying, do not dismiss my faith. Do not dismiss my gods. Me doing this is a big thing. Me doing this is putting my faith beyond the higher power that I believe in. Right? And that's what Luffy is. What's the difference, right? What's the difference? Well, this is why I've always liked, for example, the Greek gods. because the Greek gods were shit. As in, they were shitty. They were shitty. We've only had a real sense of, like, within... Again, I'm not super knowledgeable, but this real sense of good and evil being separate beings, historically speaking, I want to say, within society, of like superpowers, as in like the big societies, the bigger countries, has been semi-recent. I know that there's very old religions out there, much older, that have been around that, but mythology speaking wise, right? A lot of mythology is not like good god and evil god. A lot of mythology, because the ancient Egyptians as well were like that too. They had their evil gods, don't get me wrong, but they also just had, yeah, this is just the god that does this, and they're kind of fucked. But you pray to them if you want something, right? That's also what the Viking gods were as well. The Viking gods were quite similar. They were all just kind of fucked, but hey, you prayed to them, they were gods. So of course, the god or the devil, what's the fucking difference? They are both powerful. They both dominate. They both require your subservience, do they not? Like, that's kind of the point that's being made here. The Norse, yes, thank you. Exactly. Oops. And here's the thing, I do not believe, because when I say this, a lot of people immediately think atheism, right? But I do not believe Oda's writing from an atheist point. I believe Oda is writing from a point of hope, because I don't know if Oda practices any kind of faith, but of course he probably maybe is Shintoist, because what was it, like a huge portion of Japan believes in Shintoism. But from what I know, Shintoism works as you can become a god, or something can become a god. I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of it works. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Because that cat became a god. The cat that guarded the train station or whatever it was became a god. For what it had done for the world. It got turned into a god. And that's what is happening with Luffy. So a lot of people read this as atheism, when I do not read it as that. I'm reading this as people will turn something into a god if they put their faith in it enough. If they believe that that person or that thing can create miracles, that will become a god. Which makes sense to me. Zoroastrianism is one of the oldest and widespread religions, and it literally has a god of all that is good and light versus the god of evil and darkness. Well, that's what I mean. So I'm saying, I know that there's religions, very old religions out there that had god of good and god of evil, but there was a domination of religions, again, mythologies we call them now, that did not exactly have that. But of course, some did, some don't. But that's why I like the Greek gods, because they were just fucking assholes. They were just pieces of shit. Anyway, we've kind of gone off topic. But anyway, my point is, I will always be a defender of Oda had this in his back pocket for the longest time. Oda wanted to go into the themes of belief. Tender Miss Death did not have a defined good evil. I thought so, right? I was thinking that too. But Oda, in my opinion, always had the want to go into the theme of belief and the theme of faith. It's always been there to me. The theme of, like, what exactly is a god? What becomes a god? Can you turn into a god? Are you a god because you're a self-proclaimed god? All that kind of stuff. Like, it's been there ever since the fucking the saints that live atop the mountains, you know what I mean? Like, it's just been there since the beginning to me. Like, I'm not saying he had Gear 5 all planned out, but I am saying that Luffy essentially being reborn into something godlike was probably always something he wanted to do. I really do believe that. That's what I mean. Skypiea is just fucking, it's like, Skypiea is so relevant. It's so relevant. Skypiea was a taste. He said, oh, you want to see what One Piece is going to end up being in the end? you better read this fucking arc. And then a bunch of people went, I didn't like that one. Sucks to be you. Sucks to be you, bitch. Couldn't be me. I love Skypiea. This is also why I like Ivor, by the way. Yeah! 18 months, let's go. I can now drink and drive in no particular order. Shut up. But this is why I also like Ivankov. Because Ivankov had that incredibly hard line that is still so influential, which is miracles are made. Like miracles don't just happen, miracles are made. So Ivankov is another character that always emulated that belief of you can pray and you can have a faith, but a miracle doesn't just happen. You need to be hoping in someone or something that can help that happen, basically, right? Because Kuma as well, Kuma's whole character is of surrounding faith, of surrounding religion. And Kuma was someone that wasn't just a worshipper, but a doer. And I think Oda really believes in that. I think it's one thing to pray, but that's half the steps, right? That's only halfway there. You have to actually act as well. You have to make these miracles come true as well. You need to do something. I think he does really believe that in the way that he's writing his story. Kuma's like such a standout, honestly. A real standout. He's gone crazy fucking into it now. He's really going into it now, actually, now that I'm thinking about the previous arcs. Because even Wano had talks of gods and demons as well. Fuck, they were against the Oni, for God's sake. Wano, in a sense, Kaido had it. Egghead had it a huge amount with Kuma, and now fucking Elbaf is all about this. All about it. By the way, if anyone here is religious, this is not me questioning your faith by any means. This is just me looking into how this author is writing faith and writing the way in which he believes faith works, which is my bread and butter. I fucking love reading about this shit. I love this shit. But I don't know. Do I have anything else to add here? I'm not religious, no. Me personally, no. But I do not look down upon anyone who has a faith. And I've talked about this. One Piece has actually been something that has changed me on that. I used to be I used to be like not edgy atheist, but I used to be, I know fucking better than everyone atheist. And then I read One Piece and I went, wow, I'm an asshole. I went, wow, Skypiea genuinely fucking changed me in that way. That's why I like it so much. Because, like, it's given me the change of mind and the change of heart of it is like good to have a faith. It is good to have a belief, as in I fucking despise people with faith or belief being taken advantage of. I think that is disgusting. Just absolutely disgusting. Like, I despise mega churches, for example. I kind of despise a lot of modern religions, not the religion itself, but the way people get taken advantage of within those religions. I think that is the most evil, disgusting shit ever. Ever. I think the deepest fucking place in hell goes to those fucking preachers that just are leeching off of people, knowing that these people are desperate for salvation, desperate for hope, and desperate for faith, desperate for their prayers to be answered. So they use them and they take advantage of them. I just think they are absolutely disgusting people. Just disgusting. Like, they genuinely deserve the deepest fucking pits of hell. Unbelievable manipulation. Just so unbelievable. Well, it's like, here's my thing, right? And this is what I mean. Like, believing in a higher power, I think, again, I don't personally, but I think that's something that I understand why a lot of people have that, why a lot of people need that. But my issue is I'm looking around at, for example, I want to say like churches, Christian or Catholic churches, and I'm hearing, you know, we love the needy and we love the poor and we love the homeless, and then they don't open their doors to allow the homeless a place to rest because it looks bad. And it's like, oh God, we just don't know what you know, what they're going to do. You know what I mean? Like mega churches not opening their doors for the homeless to be able to actually have a place of shelter. That's the kind of shit where I'm like, you're just not practicing what you preach. You are just fucking assholes. Like, that's what makes my fucking blood boil. You cannot say that you love the poor and you love the needy and you love the homeless if you're not actually opening your doors to those people, right? Like churches and specific peoples that especially use their faith, I say, to be bigoted. You also deserve a place in hell. You specifically, I say. But of course, like using their faith to manipulate people to be bigoted, it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting, and I just despise it. Like, I have absolutely no issues with believing in a higher power, but I feel so fucking horrible for people that get taken advantage of because they need that connection. I just can't deal with it. Like, I'm angry. Like, you know what I mean? I'm angry and I'm mad and I cannot stand it. I can't stand it. Buying a private jet is more important than giving shelter to the homeless. Oh, of course. Of fucking course. How could I forget? Right, God. Yeah, those mega church pastors, they just need a fucking jet. They need a private jet. What do you think about the term cultural Christian? Celebrate Christmas, but not religious. Say OMG and Jesus Christ. Would you consider yourself a cultural Christian? I mean, yes, because I was raised in the English-speaking West. Yeah, of course. You would be hard pressed to find anyone in the English-speaking West that does not celebrate like Christmas or say, "Oh my God," right? And by that I mean someone who's not religious. And like, because of course I know Jewish people do not celebrate Christmas, and a lot of religions do not celebrate Christmas. But the people who are not religious and still celebrate Christmas, yeah, that's me. That's me, bitch. I enjoy Christmas. I enjoy Christmas because I get to see my family and I get to eat good food, and sometimes I get a gift. I am not celebrating Christmas because it's the birth of Jesus Christ. I am celebrating Christmas because it's a nice family holiday. And that's about it. So culturally, yes. A bit of consumerism. It's only consumerism if you let it be. What if I just like seeing my family? What if I just like having a Christmas roast? Thoughts on Emu making a soy jack face? This is the most fucking expressive we've ever seen him be. And it's about Joy Boy. I am now going to be taking notes about Emu. And the notes I will be taking are, is he going to be expressing like that again? As in, when he faces Luffy, which is going to be happening soon, inevitably, is he going to have a big expression like that again? It seems Joy Boy makes him irrational. Joy Boy makes him unbelievably angry. Aside from that, Imo is pretty calm. Imo, from what we can tell, is quite chilling. But then Soy Boy mentioned... Soy Boy? Sorry. Fuck. Joy Boy mentioned. Oh God. Sorry. New slander dropped. Soy Boy. Fuck. Oh, I've created a new fucking agenda piece term for Joy Boy, haven't I? Shit. Stocks are up. I think stocks are down, are they not? Oh god. Anyway, Joy Boy mentioned Imu loses his mind. So I will be interested to see what else, if anything, makes Imu irrational. And I will be interested to see if Imu brings up Lily again, will we get that kind of reaction? Because the only time we've seen Imu mention Lily is when he's been in his little cocoon form. His little sheltered form. We have one other thing besides Joy Boy and Lily. What's that? Rock's bringing up Davy Jones being king. Ah, yeah, Rox really pisses him off. Yep, that's true. That's true. You got me there. You are correct in that. Anyway, now is there any other question? Is anyone dying to ask me something? Because we kind of went a bit off track, and God, this is just what One Piece does. We were literally talking about like the ethics of like of faith just then, of faith and organized religions just then. All of this is because of fucking One Piece. We're fucking talking about this because of One Piece, by the way. Because Imu is Imu's a fucking bastard that takes advantage of people's faiths. For sure. 100% that's what Imu does. Do you think Imu is fine? Yeah, I fuck with Imu. Imu's design is awesome. It's so awesome. It's really bad. It's really bad. As in, I love it. It's so bad how much I love it. Oh, how long has it gone for your painting of your home? Started on Wednesday? Did I start on Tuesday? Wednesday, Thursday. It's been 5 days. Yep, so I started Wednesday. It's been 5 days. And I should be done with it by hopefully Tuesday. Do I like the Joy Boo Yaoi that's unfolding? Yes. I cannot believe my fucking Fujo senses did not pick that up. I'm fucking off my game. I'm off my game. I didn't see the doomed Yaoi that was right in front of me. My favorite Yaoi on my soon-to-be painted bookshelf. I have a Shanks and Buggy one. Honestly, that was a fucking win of a find. Probably that one, but I don't have it. Like it's in there. It's in that's a cabinet. It's in there right now. So I can't bring it out for you right now. Hey, puppy. He's come to say hi. Hello. By the way, before I leave, you can if you're only here for One Piece, you can leave now. I've got nothing added to talk about it. I just the reason I started streaming late. The reason I started streaming late is because I was watching the new The Boys episodes. Aren't they just a fucking mess? Hey, aren't they just a mess? If anyone has caught up, I've got nothing more to add apart from I've been watching it and it's just like, oh my god. They feel yeah, they're always kind of messy. They were always kind of messy in their writing, but they've been extra messy in the new season, so it's a lot. I have watched Invincible. I talked about this in my Discord. I watched Invincible and I stopped at because they split the new season in half, didn't they? You don't have to watch The Boys, you don't. But they split the new season in half, right? That's what they did. So they released like 4 episodes in the beginning of the year and then 4 episodes at the end of the year. I stopped after the first split. I got bored. I was like, eh. Like, I have a real issue with once the jig is up, as in once the big reveal has been revealed, now what? like it's after that, it's like after Omni-Man was revealed to be the big fucking chud that he was, and he flew off, and then after we saw where he was, I was like, now what? Like, I kind of at that point was like, I got my answers, I kind of don't care. So I was like, all right, I love J.K. Simmons though, so I don't know, maybe I'll keep watching, but it just didn't interest me. Oh fuck, that's what they did. I said it in my Discord. They put Mark and Atom Eve together. And they have no chemistry. Just none. They truly have zero like her chemistry with that one other guy, I forgot his name. Adam Eve's chemistry with her, he was a jerk, but she actually had chemistry with him. She does not have any chemistry with Mark. Rex, yeah, she was a lot more interesting with Rex. With Mark, I don't know, she's like not herself with Mark. It's just fucking mind-numbingly boring to me. It feels like she's a different character with Mark. It kind of drives me nuts. She's somewhat, look, there's something that a lot of writers do with women where they are a specific character in who they are, and then they get together with a guy and suddenly they are totally different. Just totally different. And it's not a difference as in, oh, I'm more comfortable now. It's a difference as in, like, they have now just, it feels like they have become like a side character. It feels like they've just become truly second. And it's like, it feels like they are now just the support, and it makes me fucking insane. And it kind of feels like that's what happened with her. And I'm like, an accessory. Right, an accessory. No, I like Boa Hancock. I very much like Boa Hancock. The reason I like Boa Hancock is because her crush on Luffy is, again, there's an understanding where that came from. And her crush on Luffy is a paradox. It wouldn't make sense if Luffy liked her back, because the reason she likes Luffy, other reasons aside, is because he is not attracted to her. Luffy doesn't objectify her. That's one of the reasons that she likes him. If Luffy liked her back, that would be a paradox. And every time we see Boa, she might mention Luffy once or twice, but she's still doing what she needs to do. We literally see Boa again, and she's being fucking choked by Blackbeard, and she's staring him down and saying, kill me, do it. She has not changed overall at all. She's changed and different with Luffy, but when she's not with Luffy, she's totally herself. Like, even when she's with Luffy and she's talking to other people, she's like, shut the fuck up. You see that with Jinbei. She's with Luffy, and then Jinbei's like near what Luffy's eating, and Boa's like, if you fucking eat anything I gave him, I'll kill you. She's like herself. She's totally herself. She's got the love sickness, but she is not at all like totally changed into just an accessory for Luffy. She never changed into an accessory for Luffy. She exists outside of him, very much so. Very much so.
Howdy do, boys.
The whole scene of her against Blackbeard was just so fucking awesome. It was so cool. It was one of my favorite scenes in the manga. It gives me chills with Blackbeard holding her up and her saying, kill me, do it. Like, Jesus. That's why I was pleasantly surprised. That's why I was also pleasantly surprised with Nami, because Nami is still dastardly. I was thinking for sure that when Nami joins the crew and the more we get to know her, she's gonna become like softer, and she's gonna become like a woo girl. Now, she's like nice to kids and she's nice to women, always has been, but she's still fucking devious. She's still devious. And the funniest part is the one person Oda did do that to makes sense, and that was Robin. Because Robin was putting on an act in Baroque Works. So Robin was quite devious in Baroque Works. That wasn't her. That was her putting on an act because she had to survive. Robin has become softer. But the reason she's become softer is because she always wanted this family. Right? She always wanted someone to open her heart to. And it's her whole family. It's all of the Straw Hats, right? And she's kept her morbid sense of humor. It's not like she's totally changed. She's just not this fucking evil assassin anymore. Vivi also put on an act. Yep, that's also true. Robin's allowed to be soft. Exactly. She spent her whole life not being allowed to be soft. And now she is allowed to be soft. But we saw ever since Nami was a child, she was just a devious fucking kid. Nami is not based on Oda's wife. No. Not at all. He wrote Nami before he ever met his wife. By the way, she's not based on Oda's wife. I think the reason some people think that is because he met his wife because she was a professional cosplayer that was hired to cosplay Nami. But of course he did not marry her because she cosplayed Nami. At least, fuck, I hope he didn't, because that would be fucking weird and dehumanizing. Nami's a pirate through and through. Yep. 100%. I just love her. I love her devious antics. Her super devious antics. Was it cosplay or a theater play? No, it was cosplay. She was a professional cosplayer. And it was like a One Piece event that he was a part of. She got paid for that. It's weird that his daughter knows that he likes big boobs. His kids read the manga. And I'll be honest with you, I know he likes big boobs. And do you want to know why I fucking know that? His kids he said in the SBS that his kids asked him, why do you like big boobs? He didn't tell them. They have eyes. They have eyes. They have eyes and they're reading the manga. And they were like, whoa, these are big fat fucking tits that he's drawing. It's like someone drawing Sanji every day. Damn, how do they know I like Sanji? How do you guys know I like Sanji? Like, you know what I mean? No, he did not tell them. In the SBS, they asked him. Not exactly a hidden fact. Not at all. Well, Victor, that is just incorrect. That is total speculation. But the reason that doesn't make any sense is because he was already making his women look like that before he ever met her. That doesn't make any sense. Unless he's omnipotent and he had the foresight of meeting his wife. No. That's not how that works. Yeah, after so many arcs. Oh, Tsubaki, look, when I read the Black Maria scene with Sanji and Black Maria, I literally, you guys know what I said. I'm like, Oda, I don't need to know what you do with your wife. That whole fucking Sanji Black Maria scene. I was like, I love this scene, but man, I don't need to know what you're doing with your wife, but thanks for that. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. Oh, come on. Tell me I'm wrong. The whole time I was reading that scene, I was like, fuck's sake. I know this is coming from a personal place when he writes scenes like that. I'm not saying I mind. I love the Sanji Black Maria scene. I fucking love it. Yeah, but lol. Oda calls Robin for help. I love Black Maria. I adore her. I just love the nasty women in One Piece. I love them. I love them. I know my dad's type. I know my dad's type because my dad's type is my mum. Duh. Obviously. I wish I were Black Maria. What are we fucking talking about anyway? Sorry. It's late and I should probably go to bed. Fuck me, it's like 4:30 a.m. Easiest read. The spider has a face. I didn't like her little pug thing. I didn't understand that. She had a little fucking pug fella on like a wheel of fire that ran. And to this day, I don't quite understand what that is. Black Maria, she had like a wheel. She had like a wheel on a stick. Am I getting this right? She had like a wheel on a stick that was like fire. And it was like a little pug dog, and it like it was like a pug with a human man face, and it ran on it. Yeah, you definitely missed that because it befuddled me. It's based on a yokai. Oh, yokai are weird, so that makes sense. Okay, all right, that makes more sense. For a second, I thought it was based on the turning dogs that they had in the medieval times, before they had like coal power, and they were basically just little dogs that were bred to run on wheels to spin like meat. I was like, is that what that's meant to be? I don't know what that is. Spit dogs, thank you. I thought it was meant to be a spit dog, and I was like, I don't know what else it's meant to be. Okay, it's a yokai. That makes sense. A flaming wheel with a human face. All right, thank you. I'm now less confused. I cannot tell you guys how much of that scene befuddled me when I first saw it, so I'm glad I've got to the bottom of this. Anyway, fantastic chapter as always. What is the pug devil fruit user going to do? Breathe hard. They can't even do that. Pugs can't breathe properly. Do you think the Stinkmen are going to help Loki? Where are they? Where are they? I wish they'd come and help Loki. I want them back. Chekhov's Stinkmen. I demand them back. Who are the Stinkmen? Little fellas that we met alongside Loki. They're like humans, and they fucking stink because they cover themselves in stinky robes to keep the animals away. And I call them Loki's Stinkmen, and I miss them because I love their little plague doctor designs. I miss them, and I want them back. And they were like mouthy with Loki. They're like, that's so mean, sir. Oh, I miss them. Shaggy Shirahoshi. I'm sorry. It is. We know it is now. Okay, I'm going to my box. That's it. That's enough. We all had fun. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Good chapter as always. That was a good chapter. Equally a scary chapter. Imu is a beast. I'm scared still. Oh, whatever we're getting next, whatever we're getting, not next week, but the week after, it's gonna be a fucking hell of a chapter. So yeah, so thanks everyone. I appreciate the subs. I appreciate the chats. I appreciate all of you entertaining me with these stupid talks. With these stupid talks, but I appreciate it nonetheless. So yeah, I will finish painting my apartment and then I'll be back to edit again. Okay? All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye.